Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of the Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your co-host, Pat Curran. Joined with me, as always, Brad the Dad and Josh the Boss. It's another episode with all the Wagonites here, and that is a feat for us. We are breaking down all these Week 9 games and all those teams that are on a bye, which happens to be 6 teams. Oof. So listen in, tune in, and we'll tell you who to start and how to win your match this week in your fantasy football league. So let's get things rolling and check in with the guys. Brad, how you doing?
I'm doing great. And yeah, so you guys are a little upset.
I'm not upset.
You're not?
I'm not upset at all.
Okay.
I was in a great mood. I'm still in a good mood. And now I'm watching Derek Carr get benched.
Did you just get benched?
AJ McCarron's warming up.
Ooh.
AJ McCarron. Warming up.
Speaking of
what?
Derek Carr.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
CJ
speaking
Beathard. For all the people that listened to the last episode, there was a little pie in the face bet that went down.
Yes.
But since CJ Beathard didn't play, even though Pat said a bet's a bet, don't take an injury clause, we're still going to throw an injury clause out there because it's not fair. That's just not the way that we do things here on the Empty Wagon. We're going to have them redo it. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put both of you guys on the spot. I want you to think about this.
To clear the air, I said during the game, my guy didn't even start. Stipulations, go back to the episode. You should have made a cutout and put it on. It would have cleared things there up. But Josh is a good person, and he's not going to pie me in the face because that just wasn't the rules.
Well, he wasn't saying that 5 minutes ago until we told him right before we went on air that he was not going to. He was saying some very hateful things, actually.
All right,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I want you guys to think as we go on through these.
No one heard
the
it.
preview show. I want you guys both to pick your number one quarterback this week. Your number one quarterback this week.
My number one.
Yeah, as we go through the games, you don't have to pick it right now. At the end of the episode, we'll have you guys pick your number
How
one.
about Josh can only pick from his games, and I get all of the games to pick from?
No, you guys pick your number one after we're done with the preview.
Okay, I got Pat Mahomes. So
Right before we go in the end. If you guys both say Pat Mahomes is number one, Pat Mahomes is off the table. If you guys pick the same one, it's off the table.
You can only pick, Josh, this is for you, teams, these 6 teams. Cincinnati, Philadelphia, Indy, Jacksonville, Arizona, New York Giants. Those are your quarterbacks.
those are all bye week
Well,
teams.
those are your...
Well, I mean, that's what it would tie to CJ Beathard.
They would tie with CJ Beathard.
There you go.
Which, by the way, Derek Carr had an awful game tonight. He got pulled for AJ McCarron, and
He was getting beat up, though.
yeah, he got sacked.
We'll talk about that here in a little bit. We still got a quarter left.
Oh, it's bad.
McCarron might bring him back.
No, he's not.
Wasn't McCarron hurt this season?
No, he just dropped a snap though, so there's that.
All right, let's get into this preview. This is gonna be a long episode if we keep doing
Okay,
this.
Brad, do you want to kick it off or Josh?
Heck, y'all kick it off.
Okay, kick us off with Chicago at Buffalo.
Chicago at Buffalo. This is gonna be an exciting game. You know why it's gonna be an exciting game? It's got an over/under of 37.5 points.
But aren't most of those allotted to Chicago?
Yeah, they are because Chicago's a 10-point favorite.
Okay.
So
Who's the Buffalo quarterback?
it's Nathan Peterman.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if Anderson was
Nathan Peterman as of now. So with that being
not
said,
picking him.
do you know who I want to start on Buffalo this week?
Mitchell?
Nobody.
Oh,
Yeah.
Buffalo. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
agree.
even think.
Nobody on Buffalo do I want to start. Even Shady. If you have to start Shady because of the bye weeks,
Ugh,
I'm sorry.
it's not good.
It's not going to be good. You're hoping for 10 points.
Maybe.
But the rest of them, I'm not starting a quarterback. I'm not starting a receiver. I'm not starting a tight end. Khalil Mack might not even play this game, but guess what? Chicago defense of the week.
Mm.
And you just got to say that to every team that faces Buffalo.
Yeah, it's worked out almost every week except for Minnesota.
But they're a good defense, and now they're going to play the worst offense.
Yep.
Well, Arizona's offense is pretty bad.
With this over-under being very low and Chicago being favored a lot, I see this being a big Jordan Howard game.
Oh, yeah. I love Jordan Howard in this match.
Big Jordan Howard game because they're going to be up. They're going to be taking the air out of the ball. Just running down their throat.
They're going to take air out of the ball?
Yep.
It's going to be deflated?
Yep. Brady style.
Ooh.
That's enough of that.
No, Mitchell
What
Trubisky.
about pick 6? Is that going to happen in this game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it has to.
100%. What? Maybe we should do a bet on that. Whether or not the... No, because we...
No, because you guys both say it's going to happen. We all three say it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But so with the rest of Chicago, Allen Robinson still isn't practicing.
Ugh.
So
Gross.
keep your eyes out on that. And even if Allen Robinson plays, I don't know if I want to play him.
No.
Buffalo's defense isn't terrible. And that's another reason why I don't want to start Mitchell Trubisky probably. You probably have to this week looking at the bye weeks with Andy Luck and Andy Dalton and Carson Wentz all on a bye, and the Bortles.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to have to start him, and his rushing yards will save you a little bit and probably make him an okay quarterback this week. But Mitch, yes.
Oh yeah, Mitch.
Just because the game's going to be so slow and it's such a low scoring game, there's not a lot of chances for touchdowns. I don't think.
And Tom Brady didn't throw a touchdown against Buffalo.
Nope. And it's at
saying.
Buffalo.
Just
Bills
saying.
Mafia breaking tables.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
Anything more to add to this game?
Yeah,
What? You mean talking about tight end?
Trey Burton.
Trey Burton?
Yeah.
You're probably going to have to start him. But,
Yeah, it's not a good matchup.
no, it's not. Like, even though Chicago's defense is a great play, the rest of the offense, though, other than Jordan Howard, I'm not expecting great things out of because I don't see a big shootout here happening. I don't see Trubisky with 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, no, I agree. And even Gronk didn't have a great game. Gronk is playing hurt, but yeah, I'm a little cautious to start Trey Burton this week. But anyway, all right.
You probably have to start him. Tight end is terrible.
Yeah, I'm going to start him. I'm
I'm
upside.
keeping tallies of that during this episode. You have to start Trey Burton.
That's what I said. You have to start him.
Yeah.
I said you're not going to like probably the outcome, but you're going to have to start him.
Maybe you will.
All right.
All right, you ready for your game?
Yep.
The shootout between KC and Cleveland.
Well, one side of it will be a shootout.
It might be a shootout.
Okay, so Patrick Mahomes.
With the new head coach.
Duh. Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt against Cleveland's actually not a great matchup, believe it or not, but it's Kareem Hunt. I still am going to start him, obviously. Now, Tyreek Hill, you have to pay attention to what his status is. He actually got downgraded to limited today. He was a full participant in practice yesterday on Wednesday. Today is Thursday when we're recording this, and he got downgraded to limited. Normally, when you get downgraded later in the week, that's not a good thing. His groin is hurt. You need to be paying attention to that injury report. So I'm still going to play him, but he could be out there merely as a decoy. If he's starting and he's healthy, he's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Sammy Watkins. I'm starting Sammy. Start him up. Right now, with Tyreek Hill playing, he's going to be a low-grade wide receiver 2 with some upside. But
Like a low grade fever?
like 99.7 low grade. All right. But yeah, I'm this Kansas City defense. I'm actually going to fire up this defense. I know they're bad, but I do expect some turnovers here.
Some sacks.
There's no way that Cleveland's going to get this offense fixed in a week, man. There's just no way. Baker, though. I say if you can't start Baker in this matchup, when can you start him?
Against Atlanta?
Which is what I'm going to do next week when Deshaun Watson's on a bye. But with 6 other quarterbacks on a bye, including Blake Bortles and Josh Rosen, who you didn't give any love to earlier, but you got to start Baker.
Eli, too. You mean say Eli?
Yeah, Baker. Well, so far my stream of the week hasn't really panned out. Derek Carr, he's on the bench, so that was a bit of a bust. All right, so still more points than C.J. Beathard. All right,
Keep
so
going.
all right, so the running backs. Kansas City allows the most points to running backs out of all 32 teams in the NFL. Why is that important? Because I do believe they're going to want to get Nick Chubb involved. He'll get involved early. The problem is that he is not the passing downs back. Freddie Kitchens is going to get Duke Johnson involved, and I like him a lot more in PPR. Jarvis, start him. Antonio Callaway, sit him. David Njoku, start him. Okay?
But he gave me a 0 last week.
I understand that, but they allow
It caused Pat to lose by 0.1 points.
I understand that, but they allow the 5th most points against tight ends in the entire NFL. And Jacksonville, who doesn't have a tight end, and Pittsburgh, who doesn't really have a great tight end, went ham against Cleveland. So I'm doing that, and then obviously I'm going to sit this Cleveland defense. I don't really feel the need to talk about that. So I feel pretty good about a couple of these offensive players on the Cleveland side of the ball, though. All right. That's it for my game.
Okay.
I'm
Just
done.
make sure.
Good. Okay.
Good breakdown, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. This is my defense of the week. The New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins.
Ooh,
Jets being my defense. BT dubs.
All right.
I like it.
You guys ready for the running back of the week? The Crow?
The running back of the week?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Miami is 3rd worst against running backs.
The Crow. What about Elijah McGuire? He's coming back this week.
we don't know if he's going to be activated. There's speculation he's going to be activated, but we've also speculated about Le'Veon Bell being back for the last 16 weeks.
Correct.
So
what about Trenton Cannon?
Until I see him actually activated, and Trenton Cannon, who I was calling Tre'Davious Cadet on the last episode, I'm still not liking him. The Crow's the one I'm going for here because I see the Jets trying to protect Sam Darnold a little bit. He's had some bad games lately. Run the ball. Go back to what they were doing good in the beginning of the season was having him do short passing routes. So the Crow. Wide receiver wise, I don't want to start a single wide receiver with the Jets. Miami secondary isn't great against wide receivers, but still.
The Jets wide receivers aren't great either.
Yeah, it's bad versus bad. So in that case,
not even Curse.
No, can't.
I mean, if you have to this week because of the bye weeks.
What about Devontae Parker?
That's what I was going to get into. Once I slide over to Miami, slide in their DMs real quick.
Oh, you're sliding their DMs. Well, with that outfit you're wearing.
Yep. And it is the Miami Dolphins with Brocktober's officially over, but he is the great and powerful Osweiler. You know what we said last time, Pat?
Yep.
The great and powerful.
Osweiler, great and powerful.
Great and powerful.
Great and terrible.
Will Devontae Parker still be a thing? Kenny Stills was reported as a participant in practice, and then it was later updated to did not participate in practice. I don't know what that means, but Kenny Stills still probably not going to be out there. We know Albert Wilson's out. Devontae Parker's probably the only healthy wide receiver other than Danny Amendola they got. The only field stretcher they got left. I think you can fire him up in this matchup. The Jets are 6th worst. They have the 6th most points to wide receivers.
That's a fact. I was just researching that as we were talking.
They have 32 points to Cleveland. They have
Cleveland.
To Jacksonville, to Denver. So Devontae Parker, not a bad start.
If Kenny Stills doesn't play, I do like Devontae Parker quite a bit.
Now here's the biggest question: Frank Gore or Kenyon Drake this week? I link Kenyon Drake in PPR just because they've been using him like a wide receiver.
Yeah,
he catches passes.
The problem is Adam Gase is stupid.
He is.
I mean, seriously. I mean,
if Kenny Stills is still out, I really like Kenyon Drake this week. But if Kenny Stills is healthy and out there, that's going to take away targets that Kenyon Drake's been getting. Yeah, I don't know how much Danny Amendola is going to be throwing the ball this week.
Probably, maybe quite a bit. Neither one of their quarterbacks are great right now.
Yeah. So,
if it's Brown,
I like Kenyon Drake over Gore just because of the upside. We know what Gore's going to get you. Gore's not going to get you 20 points. You're hoping for 12 to 15 points from Frank Gore.
John Lynch is over here smiling like a freaking clown, like he did something. No, you beat the 1-6 Raiders.
Hey, you got this undrafted free agent, okay?
He did. Might be some trade bait next year.
And then you already said it, Jets defense is a good start this week. What about Miami's defense? Sam Darnold's been turning the ball over a lot. Miami's defense can't stop a run to save their life. Okay.
No.
Pat's shaking his head no.
No.
I think they're going to get some turnovers.
Any tight ends here you like, Pat?
No! God, please, no!
Does that work for tight ends over there, too?
Yeah, it works for tight ends, too.
Yep.
All right.
I got my tight ends written down here, so I'll bring them up as applicable. But there is 5 worth noting on a bye. That's Zach Ertz, Evan Ingram, Eric Ebron, Jack Doyle, and C.J. Uzman. Zoman.
Who got how many points last week?
0.
Same as Njoku.
Yep.
Tight end wasn't great last week.
And same as C.J. Beathard this week.
C.J. Uzama. At least that's the way it was pronounced in college.
All right, you ready to do Detroit at Minnesota? We got a NFC North, right?
Yes.
NFC North.
Of course.
Division here.
Great rivalry.
Matty Patricia going into the greenhouse of Minnesota.
All right, so
I got it. Wasn't good. But
there's Beathard. He's like, hey, I just lost my job.
Let's go. Try Minnesota. What are you doing?
All right, so Stafford. I'm going to say you can start him, but with caution. Everson Griffin is back. If Xavier Rhodes is out there, I don't feel great about Matt Stafford. And it kind of downgrades a lot of these guys for me. Kerryon Johnson, I think he's going to get a little bit of a boost in the passing game. I'm paying attention to whether or not Theo Riddick is playing. Kerryon Johnson, I love him. He's a starter, but he's a flex guy right now. So he hasn't completely broken through yet. He's a flex guy with some upside, especially PPR. LeGarrette Blount, Get out of here. Don't even do it. Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones. Now, they just shut down Michael Thomas without Xavier Rhodes. I don't think this is the game to start Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones, but I understand the excitement behind it. And if you feeling froggy, go for it, because I do think Kenny Golladay could have a nice little bounce back week. I like him. I like him a lot this week. Marvin Jones, not as much. But anyway.
You've never liked Marvin Jones all year.
Well, I still don't like him. I like him a little bit more now that Golden Tate's out of the way. But anyway, sit in this defense. Cousins, start him. Latavius Murray. Now, believe it or not, Detroit is sixth worst against running backs. And Seattle just ran all over them. Chris Carson, he was just having himself a day. So, I mean, when Russell Wilson only has to throw 17 passes, you know that the running backs were getting some work in. So, Latavius Murray, start him. Thielen, Diggs, duh. The defense, start this defense. I love it. They're going to get some turnovers. Now, Kyle Rudolph.
I do have a question about Diggs, though.
Okay, well, I'm not. Okay, well, what's up?
He did miss some practice with a rib injury. Are you worried about him missing the game at all?
No.
Or being limited during the game?
I'm not worried about that at all.
Okay.
He just came off of a great game. I feel good about him. I do feel like Detroit can score a little bit of points, not too many, but I think that he's going to have a good game. Rudolph, though, man, you kind of have to. You kind of keep rolling with him unless you have a better option. With 6 teams on a bye, I doubt you do, but I don't think you feel good about it.
Would you rather start Ben Watson of the Saints?
No.
Would you rather start Vance McDonald of the Steelers?
Yes.
Would you rather start Antonio Gates of the Chargers?
No.
Jordan Reed of the Skins?
Who are they playing?
Hotlanta.
Yes. Jordan Reed.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of have to start Rudolph.
Yeah, and you're not going to like it because a lot of times he's a liability for your team. But
Well, he's having an off year.
Well, I just think Kirk Cousins just sees how open Adam Thielen is all the time. He's like, I just got to throw it to him. Dude's always open.
Yeah, it's a smart play.
Yeah. All right.
All right, moving on to, what was that? Hotlanta?
Hotlanta.
At Washington?
Yeah, where
The
it ain't
district?
going to be too hot out there in Washington.
And that's the Mercedes-Benz
Dome. But Mercedes-Benz Superdome is in New Orleans.
Yes, we discovered this today, that there are 2 stadiums.
Named Mercedes-Benz.
Yep. That's relevant, Pat.
What are you talking about?
Atlanta plays in the Mercedes-Benz Dome. New Orleans plays in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Yep.
Okay, they have a lot of money. What's your point?
So much money. They got so much money. They can sponsor 2
let's
stadiums.
Let's get back in this game. All right.
Stupid money.
Atlanta, right? Matt Ryan, he's an auto start, right? Wrong. Matt Ryan, outdoors, on grass, has been bad for a while now.
Bust.
So I do not want to start it. Washington has a good defense. It's getting even better with a little ha-ha out there.
Ha-ha. We're talking
Hashan, right.
Yeah.
talking about Clinton Dix.
Yes. Okay. So I don't like Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, you probably have to start him because running back, there's not a lot of running backs out there this week. Do I really like it this week against Washington's defense? Not really at all. This is the same team that held Zeke and Saquon to under 50 yards rushing. Not good, right?
Not good. Maybe some PPR upside.
So Julio, we're starting Julio.
Duh.
He ain't going to get a touchdown, but he'll probably get 10 catches.
For 150,000 yards.
Now, Calvin Ridley will get all the touchdowns.
I don't think Calvin Ridley or Mo Sanu, because I'm saying Matt Ryan's going to be so bad, I don't think you should start either one of those guys. They are upside boomer bust plays.
And Washington
Hoopa?
just destroys time of possession.
Yes. And getting to that,
Oh.
we have Atlanta.
What?
That gives it the second. Oh, Austin Hooper. You're starting him. Tight end's terrible. You can start Austin Hooper. Picked on a few leagues starting because tight ends are bad.
Just checking.
I'm starting him over probably Ben Watson.
Over B. Watt.
Okay.
I didn't know if you're going down your list again.
I might have.
All right. Now can I go over to Washington? We good?
Please do.
Giorgio Tavecchio. You want me to talk about the kicker?
No.
Okay.
Good for you for knowing that.
You're welcome.
Good job, dude.
We got the Redskins. We have Alex Smith, right? The Falcons let Eli Manning be a top 12 quarterback for a week.
Ugh.
So Alex Smith is a
No, don't say it.
He's a streamable quarterback.
No.
Streamable. I'm not saying good. He's better than Derek Carr. I'm probably going to put money on that.
Yeah.
No!
But Adrian Peterson, I think it's going to be a huge Adrian Peterson game.
Oh.
Falcons are second worst against the run. They give up points to every running back imaginable. So they even let Tampa Bay run for 85 yards against them. Therefore, I love Adrian Peterson this week. Chris Thompson's still beat up. I still think they're trying to manage his workload. Wide receivers in Washington? No. I don't know how Alex Smith's going to get it done, but there'll probably be one that does good, but I'm not picking it.
Throw to Jordan Reed.
Like we said, tight end's bad. If you have Jordan Reed on your team, you're probably playing him because you probably don't have a better option.
Or I'll throw to Vernon Davis. Or throw to Chris Thompson.
So, when you did your thing, Jordan Reed or Vance McDonald this week, I would probably go Jordan Reed over Vance McDonald, but I probably won't be happy with the outcome of it.
I'm not happy with any Washington pass catcher.
No, because Alex Smith is back to being a game manager, spreading the ball around. Nothing fancy. They get in the red zone. Adrian Peterson plows his way up in the end zone.
Why not go spelunking on the waiver wire for Jordan Thomas of Houston?
No.
Chasing touchdowns, are we?
Or the Baltimore tight ends. Haven't written them down.
Washington defense, you can start this week against Atlanta.
No.
I think Matt Ryan will turn the ball a few times.
No.
Know what?
No.
The defense thing or the...
I need more lemon pledge.
Okay. It's right there.
Oh, there really is lemon pledge. Wow. How convenient.
Okay, next game for Josh. We got Tampa Bay and the return of Fitzmagic at Carolina.
Are we excited or what about Fitzmagic? No.
Yes, we are.
No, we are not.
Yes, we are.
Not whenever he's facing a defense that has the 6th best turnover differential in the entire NFL. They cause interceptions. 9 interceptions in 7 games, which means that's at least 1 interception per game.
Yes, but Blake Bortles threw 4 interceptions and was still a top quarterback for the week.
I understand this. I'm not excited about this. This Carolina defense is actually still pretty good. Okay? So I understand everyone's excited. They think Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to come in. He's going to be the best quarterback ever. And
no, he's going to be a terrible real-life quarterback. But fantasy-wise.
No, temper your expectations is what I'm saying. Peyton Barber, don't play Peyton Barber. Please don't play Peyton Barber. Mike Evans, obviously you're going to start Mike Evans. Chris Godwin, I don't like Chris Godwin or Adam Humphries in this matchup.
Well, nobody likes Adam Humphries.
Okay, now, Djax. He's got the upside. We know that. So he should be flex because you're hoping that he's going to make a big play like you always do with Djax. That's what you do. And Ryan Fitzpatrick loves to throw the ball deep. The problem is he is careless with the ball. He's careless. Now San Francisco's taking their knee. Now, O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate. Cameron Brate is losing snap percentages every week. O.J. Howard is a super start. The Carolina Panthers are worst in the NFL against defending the tight end, and they've given up a touchdown in 5 of 7 games to the tight end. O.J. Howard is good enough to do that. Trust me when I tell you, in a week when tight ends are awful, 6 teams on a bye, O.J. Howard will be a top 12 tight end this week. Maybe top 10, top 7.
There we go. That's actually making a call. He's going to be a top 12 tight end. Top 12 tight end means you get a touchdown. That's all it means every week.
Hey, but there's still going to be 26 of them playing out there. So think about that. Anyway, Google me, bitch. All right. Oh, dang it. Now we got to bleep that. All right. So anyway, Cam Newton. Duh. Christian McCaffrey. Joe Mixon just torched the Buccaneers. Of course you're going to start Christian McCaffrey. Devin Funchess and DJ Moore. Duh, you're going to start him. Greg Olsen. Duh, you're going to start him because he's got that upside. The defense, of course you're going to start him. There's not one person in this offense I don't want to start. Other than CJ Anderson. He's a backup. So.
DJ, you said
You're
DJ
starting
Moore?
the defense?
Oh, yeah, I'm starting this defense for sure.
Even though Ryan Fitzmagic over there?
Yep.
Okay.
I liked it better, obviously, with Jameis there, but Ryan Fitzpatrick is careless with the ball.
Did you say DJ Moore? Start?
Yep.
Okay.
Why are you writing that down?
I'm not.
Okay. I just didn't know what you're writing. Over.
Doodling.
I feel like you're a psychiatrist and you're evaluating me as a human, and
Yeah.
I don't like just writing when I'm talking. So don't ever do it again.
If you walked in and a psychiatrist wearing this, I'm pretty sure you'd walk right out.
If a psychiatrist was wearing that, yeah,
I'd
I'd
be
be
very
like,
intrigued to
I'm
stay.
clearly in the wrong place. I think you're a Russian drug lord who like runs a brothel or something illegally, and it makes me very nervous.
No, we just brew vodka in the back.
Or he's the client that stayed.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I can see that. He's got chest hair.
All right, you
exposed.
done over there, you female dog?
There's no clothes on underneath that tracksuit, guys.
Yeah, there's underwear. Come on.
All
Can't
right,
go
stay
commando.
classy.
All right, next game. Speaking of staying classy, we got a big rivalry. The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens.
So we'll just start off with it's road Big Ben. We're setting road Big Ben against this defense. They're really good against the quarterback. Not going anywhere near that. But we got James Conner, right? If Pittsburgh's going to try to win this game, they're going to try to run the ball. Is it going to be that successful? No, but because he's going to get the workload and the way the week is, you're starting James Conner. He has been a good start all year for you. You're still going to keep running with it. Even though the Ravens are number one against the run, still you're starting him. Running backs have had good weeks against them. And then we move on to the wide receivers. AB, go ahead, start AB. Juju this week. I don't like Juju that much this week. I'm actually kind of fading AB a little bit too because Jimmy Smith does play AB pretty well, but you can't set AB. Baltimore defense is no joke. They're a little embarrassed, I think, from last week for what Carolina did to them. They're at home. They're going to play really well. Vance McDonald. I know, Pat. You can start Vance McDonald.
Doing my tight end analytics over here.
You're probably not going to like starting Vance McDonald. He's probably going to get you like 3 points.
The way I see it, we have 15 tight ends going, so you don't have to start Vance McDonald.
Well, you probably do because somebody in your league has 1 or 2 of these guys.
Some people have 3
Yes.
Who has 3 tight ends? Who's carrying 3 tight ends?
jerks.
Well,
Dylan Berg.
Does he really
Okay.
have 3? Yeah, he does.
for the people carrying 3 tight ends, don't.
I don't think you're a jerk, Dylan.
And he's doing that for
Throw it
Curry
out
Bait.
there.
He's failing at it, but he's
All right.
doing that.
Then we got Pittsburgh's defense. No. Baltimore's offense is good enough to make it work.
Isn't Alex Collins hurt?
No.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he's
he
on
is.
the injury report today.
He's on the injury. Who's not on the injury report this time of year?
I'm not.
I'm not.
Josh Gordon's been on the injury report since day one, and he's playing 95% of the snaps. So
Yeah, that's different. That's Patriots. You can't take the Patriots anything they say seriously. Come on.
Bingo.
But Alex Collins, whatever. If Alex Collins isn't there, what are you going to do? Buck Allen it all the way.
He's deflecting this.
You're dang right I am.
Wait, you mean to tell me you prefer Buck Allen over Ty Montgomery?
Well, I mean, who wouldn't?
Me. I like Ty Montgomery over Buck Allen.
He doesn't know the offense. It's week 1.
It's
They're
a
not gonna-
running
You just
back,
run the
wide
ball.
receiver, catch the ball, run the ball,
Yeah, it's
go
pretty
towards the end zone.
Pass
There's the
protection.
playbook.
That was the
Block
whole reason
people.
that he was getting play in.
No, the reason he got traded.
The only reason he was getting play
Okay, I thought you were talking about
in
the reason he got traded. We know.
Packers was because he's a good pass blocker.
Would be
All
the
right,
passing down.
Joe Flacco this week. Does anybody want to start Joe Flacco this week?
I never want to start Joe Flacco.
Exactly, that's right. You never want to start Joe Flacco, and if you have to start Joe Flacco this week, I'm sorry, you're probably going to lose. That ain't CJ Beathard, Pat.
I don't care. It's a good quarterback.
All right.
What
If
college
Alex
did you go
Collins
to?
plays, you're going to play Alex Collins. If he doesn't, you can plug in Buck Allen. I'm not plugging in Ty Montgomery yet until I see what they did.
Why do
They
you
gave
have
up
to
a
play Alex Collins?
because Jacksonville's on a bye, Saquon's on a bye, David Johnson's on a bye, Marlon Mack's on a bye, Joe Mixon's on a bye, the Philadelphia running backs are on a bye. You probably, if you have Alex Collins, you might have to play him.
I mean, if you have all those running backs, sure.
If you have 2 of those or one of those guys, you're probably, and Alex Collins on your bench, you're probably going to play Alex Collins. You don't have to play Alex Collins. I'm saying you can play Alex Collins this week. How about that? You can play him.
Okay, that's better. Tell me what I have to do. All right, Josh.
Hold on. You know wide receivers?
Sure, go ahead. For Baltimore?
Yeah.
Let me guess. John Brown and no one else.
No. John Brown, if you really need high upside, you can start John Brown. If you're playing from the lead, you want to go with Crabtree. Because Crabtree's going to give you safe points where John Brown
So if you're
may
playing
just...
with a lead,
So if you're a really good team playing a really crappy team, and you just need safe points, you go with Crabtree. If you're a bad team playing against a really good team, you go John Brown and try to win the game.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Upside play.
What about your tight end?
We
You
go
have
do
the
the
wheel.
wheel.
Hayden Hurst again? He worked last week.
Because he gets the touchdown.
It's Williams. Matt Williams. Isn't it Matt Williams?
Yeah, wasn't he a target
Max.
leader last week?
Max.
Max Williams.
There we go.
That's the guy.
Woo! Max Williams.
Fire him up.
The wheel's been right never, so yep.
So we got to keep going. We will get it right eventually, right?
Yeah, maybe.
We'll keep going, spelunking for more tight ends in this next matchup. Houston at Denver.
All right. Deshaun Watson. I'm starting Deshaun Watson. Come on. But Denver has been pretty tough on quarterbacks. Pat Mahomes has done very well against them. But they haven't played a lot of great quarterbacks. They played Russell Wilson in week 1. Got 20 points against them. But Oakland, Baltimore, the Jets. Now here's the outlier. Los Angeles Rams. Jared Goff had an awful game against the Denver Broncos. Awful for fantasy. Not statistically. He actually performed very well. The reason he had an awful game is because Todd Gurley wrecked everything about Denver's defense. So Lamar Miller is no Todd Gurley. So I still feel you can start Deshaun Watson. Lamar Miller, like I just said, defense is bad against defending the run. You're going to start him. DeAndre Hopkins. Do we need to talk about that? No, you're going to start DeAndre Hopkins. No. Now, Demaryius Thomas, the shiny new
He's
weapon.
on the injury report as a foot, though.
Yeah, no, I don't care.
He's on the injury report.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so shiny new weapon, Demaryius Thomas that they have. Do you guys feel good, bad about Demaryius Thomas? He doesn't know the offense. You can't start Demaryius Thomas. You shouldn't even try. Kiki Kuti, he's hurt. I think the reason they went out and got Demaryius Thomas is because they knew that Kiki Kuti was a little bit further away from returning. So I'm not going to start him even if he plays. Him or DT, I don't think that you can start either one. Now, Ryan Griffin and Jordan Thomas, no, do not start them. I don't feel good about that. Now, the defense for Houston, I think you should start the defense for Houston. I feel good about them getting a couple turnovers. Case Keenum has thrown an interception in literally every game he's played this season.
Woo!
Which means he wasn't worth that $30 million we paid him. And the defense will get a turnover with a chance to return it.
Hold on. He's still better than what you had last year. Let's not forget what you had last year.
We had Brock Osweiler.
And Trevor Siemian and
Paxton Lynch.
You didn't have Brock Osweiler last year.
Yeah, I didn't. Remember, he came back.
Oh, that's right. You guys got him back.
Because remember, Cleveland paid him $20 million to not play football. That's how bad Brock Osweiler is. Anyway, Case Keenum, sit him. Phillip Lindsay. I love Phillip Lindsay, especially in PPR. Start Phillip Lindsay. He's RB2. Now, Devontae Booker and Royce Freeman. Royce Freeman's been hurt all week. If he doesn't play, I think you can start Devontae Booker. Yeah, in PPR.
Over Alex Collins?
In PPR.
If Alex Collins plays?
Yeah, you can start him over Alex Collins.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I don't like it either.
That's crazy.
I don't like it either. I think he's a flex play.
No!
Okay, I'm just telling you. Now, if Royce Freeman is healthy, you can't start either one of these guys. Devontae Booker had over 100 yards from scrimmage last week, and it's all this awful coaching staff needs to sit there and say, well, Devontae Booker needs more touches, and it's going to come out of Royce Freeman's mouth, not out of Phillip Lindsay's. That's what I think.
And Royce Freeman does. So Next Gen Stats came out and they did their stat chart about what running backs have the most 8-man boxes. Royce Freeman is leading the league in percentage of runs that he has with 8 people in the box. Pretty much when Denver puts it in the backfield, the defense says, oh, he's running the ball, and we're going to put everybody in the box.
Wow. And see, Leonard Fournette could be leading that if he was playing.
And Phillip Lindsay is one of the lowest with that.
Which is amazing, right? Because he just gashes defense. Anyway, Emmanuel Sanders and Cortland Sutton. I love Emmanuel Sanders. I think he's got even more upside now. Now, Cortland Sutton, he's getting about 4 targets a game, 3 targets a game anyway. Now he's going to get Demarius's as well. I like Cortland Sutton in this matchup. Jeff Harmon, don't go anywhere near that. He might catch a touchdown pass, but that'd be about it. I don't like Jeff Harmon, and you're not going to start this Broncos defense this week.
But if he catches a touchdown pass, he's a top tight end this week.
That's a fact.
Boom.
If. Next.
Okay. Going to your favorite team there, Brad, the LA Chargers. at the Seattle's Seahawks.
So, first off with the Chargers is Joey Bosa probably still isn't going to be back, even though reports say he was going to come back. And if Joey Bosa came back in this matchup, I really love the Chargers defense to get after Russell Wilson. But, and that being said, whatever. Phillip Rivers is a start this week. He has been playing at a great level all year. He's been almost master-proof. He's been a consistent starter. He's a great starter this week. Start Phillip Rivers.
Mm-hmm.
Melvin Gordon, whatever. We don't even talk about that. That's easy.
If he's healthy.
If he plays. But I don't see him missing another game.
I hope not.
And Eckler?
Eckler, if obviously Gordon doesn't play, you're starting Eckler. The Seattle defense is really good. They're surprisingly good.
They're getting better, man. They're improving.
What? Say it, Pat.
Really good or good?
They're getting better.
They're really good in fantasy against teams. They're number 2 against the quarterback. They are number, oh my gosh, I got to scroll so far down to find them. They're middle of the pack against running back, but still think Melvin Gordon's going to be selling touchdowns, and that's where all your stuff's going to come from.
Yeah, it is.
Keenan Allen, I'm still starting Keenan Allen.
Really?
The targets are there.
So
He's getting double-digit targets.
Okay, hold on. What about Tyrell Williams?
I don't like him
If you need,
Back-to-back games.
with big plays.
if you need,
Yep.
if you need that boom bust that we're talking about with John Brown, yeah, you can start him if you have no other options.
Yeah, if you're like heavily,
You're a Golden Tate owner. Who expects to have Golden Tate this week?
yeah, and if you're expected to heavily lose your matchup or you got busted on some, this is a later game, right? So if you got busted on some of the earlier games, you might want to throw.
Or
him
you
in
were
the flex.
you started Derek Carr tonight.
Yeah, you need some upside. Or if you started CJ Beathard.
Yeah. Did you really?
I told you I was on the golf course all day. Golf and
What
hockey
league did you start him in?
I actually think it was our big money league there, Brad. Golf and hockey comes first. Everything else falls second. Today was proof of that. I knew about it too. I got the notification. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm starting him. Okay, let's go tee off now.
Oh my gosh.
And I just, dismissed that information.
Isn't that $100 league?
It is, very much so.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't join that one.
Why not?
Oh,
You'd
yeah,
have an
you-
easy win this week.
Oh,
Let me go.
all
I'm
right.
gonna fact check
Alright,
myself. But yeah, keep going there, Brad.
I think
Antonio Gates, I'm not starting Antonio Gates. He doesn't get enough target share there. Mike Williams, I don't really want to start Mike Williams. He hasn't done anything in a while. Moving on.
What a bust this year. Everyone thought he was going to
He started off hot, but you know who started off hot last year was Kenny Galladay, and then he did nothing the rest of the year.
the issue here is that Phillip Rivers isn't having to throw as much.
No, he's not.
The
They're not
defense
shoot
is playing well, and the running game is just ridiculous there.
Yeah. And now Seattle side, right? Russell Wilson this week. Do we want to start Russell Wilson this week? You probably don't. You probably moved on from Russell Wilson, but with the quarterbacks on a bye, he is a good start this week. He won't kill your league like if you went on a limb and started the good old Derek Carr or CJ Beathard.
Ugh.
Chris Carson, he's getting volume. And with a running back, that's what you want. You want volume.
Opportunity is important.
Opportunity outweighs talent in the NFL.
It does.
Yeah. Ask Aaron Jones.
Don't say that.
Okay. But,
Love
so,
Aaron Jones this week.
like that. Rashad Penny, don't go anywhere near him. Wide receivers, Doug Baldwin. Are we starting Doug Baldwin?
Are we?
I don't want to.
No, I don't like
I'd rather have Devontae Parker, I think,
Really?
than
That
Doug
low?
Baldwin.
He's hurt. He's playing hurt.
And that's why.
yeah.
So you're not getting that upside, those crazy plays you used to get from Doug Baldwin. I mean, those crazy plays you used to get where Russell Wilson run around for like 45 minutes and then Doug Baldwin would somehow find his way open and just be there
Yeah. No, I agree.
shooting up signal flares and Russell Wilson playing ball. You're not getting those this year. What about David Moore? The touchdown machine, David Moore.
Well, he's done it, what, 3 weeks in a row now? Touchdowns?
Yeah.
They
cut Brandon Marshall to get him more playing time.
Well, Brandon Marshall wasn't exactly.
Well,
remember
remember Brandon Marshall started the year.
I just don't see them throwing the ball enough to me to feel good about starting David Moore.
You don't think Phillip Rivers is going to put up enough points to keep them playing from behind?
You know, I really don't. I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game. That's my opinion.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I mean, obviously, I was wrong about Derek Carr tonight. So
I do think that Rivers is going to put up enough points that Seattle's playing from behind. They haven't had a tough matchup where they've been playing from behind this year, really. Because even the Seattle game, I mean, that was the awesome game, but it was a lot of big plays from Seattle.
Yeah. All right.
All right, these games keep getting better and better because now we got a fun matchup to go. We got the LA Rams against Nolan's Saints.
The key here is that it's in New Orleans. The reason I say that is
The
because
Superdome, not just the dome.
the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Superdome. Even though it's not as super as the other dome, but whatever.
Yeah, the one in Atlanta's cool. There's a Chick-fil-A that's never open, so it's cool.
Okay, let's stay on track here.
All right, so obviously the reason I say that it's key is because you don't enjoy starting Drew Brees and Michael Thomas when they're playing away. However, in this matchup, I want to start Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, Michael Thomas. I want to start all of them. Now, Traquan Smith.
Hey, I do have a question for you. Asking for a friend, Mark Ingram, Nick Chubb.
Cleveland is playing the Chiefs?
Yeah.
No, I like Mark Ingram better.
Okay.
I feel like that friend is him.
I know what his roster makeup is. I know what league he's talking about. The reason is because Nick Chubb isn't the passing down guy. It's Duke Johnson.
You don't know what Nick Chubb is.
I do know.
I don't know what Greg Williams is going to do.
You
It's
mean
like in,
Freddie Kitchens?
No. Greg Williams.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
he was pretty clear in his press conference that this is his team now. He had a bunch of teams calling him for head coaching jobs.
Yeah, 4 of them just offered him jobs, just signed the contract, didn't even have to interview him,
Yeah.
according to him. I watched that press conference on YouTube, and I was just blown away. Anyway, all right, Traquan Smith, no, he's got the upside, but he's not going to get – he might get that big play, but I don't feel good about it. Benjamin Watson. So this is a guy I understand you want to talk about. Benjamin Watson. LA Rams have only given up 1 touchdown to tight ends all year long. And Ben Watson is too old and not talented enough anymore to make that happen.
Ouch.
Sorry. It is what it is. And you're going to definitely sit the New Orleans defense. I mean, they're playing the Rams. Now, Goff, Gurley, Cooks, Kupp,
Hold on.
Woods. What?
Hold on.
Okay.
There's only 15 startable tight ends.
Well, Benjamin Watson's
week.
not one of
Do
them.
you want to finish going through the games, and then we'll go through your tight ends, and we'll say which
Fine.
ones are startable?
I'm just saying.
We'll whittle it down to 12 of them.
I'm saying.
So we'll get rid of 3.
Ben Watson's not one of them. Trust me.
Ben Watson, Antonio Gates.
Okay, but for those people holding on to tight ends.
No, Ben Watson's definitely not one. They've only given up 1 touchdown all season to tight ends. It's important.
So you're saying we all live in a perfect world and these 12 are available.
Okay, so anyway, on the Rams side of the ball, Goff, Gurley, Cooks, Kupp, and Robert Woods. I want to start them all, including Cooper Kupp, if he plays. They're not going to bring him out there, especially because they're 8-0, unless he's healthy.
How much does Cup coming back affect Woods? Because he's not going to be in the slot of Cups.
I don't think it affects Robert Woods at all. The Rams can sustain 3 wide receivers, no problem.
They really couldn't, though, when all 3 were playing.
Huh?
Rob
They
Woods
did for a while there until Brandon Cooks got his nug lit up.
Yeah.
And Saints are worst against the wide receiver.
Yep. Which is all very important. Now,
think
Josh Reynolds, the tight end.
That's not tight end. Josh Reynolds is not the tight end.
Oh, yeah, Josh Reynolds is not the tight end. Excuse me. Duh. You're not going to start any Rams tight end, but you're not going to start Josh Reynolds if Cooper Kupp is playing.
Who is the Rams tight end?
Higbee.
Oh, no, come on.
Tyler Higbee.
I was going to hit him with that pie.
Oh, well, that would not have been
Who
fun.
is the other Rams now?
And then the defense, I don't want to start either one of these defenses. So that's it. On to the next one. On to Cincinnati.
It's not Cincinnati, but it is a person that said that. It's a segue, Pat. I'm helping you.
I know, it's a segue. God.
It was smooth until you said that, bro.
Well, I know, right? God, he ruins these segues.
Yeah.
Carry on to what time? Green Bay at New England. Sunday Night Football. Take it away.
So, is there anybody we're not starting from these 2 teams?
Kenyon Barner.
Yeah.
Cordero
Well, Sony
Patterson.
Michelle's back
There you
practicing.
go. Philip Dorsett. It's plenty of people.
Sony
Chris Hogan.
Michelle is back practicing. Do we think Sony Michelle plays this week?
No.
No. And especially it being the late night game and the way New England hides everything close to their chest.
What, does he have a bedtime?
No, it's you don't want to put Sony Michelle in your lineup and then find out when all the games are over that he's inactive and now you don't have a running back.
I understood what you meant by that, but just what he said.
Yeah, he has a bedtime. He's a rookie. Okay, he's got curfew. Rookies got curfews.
They do have curfews.
Anyway.
Bedtime? It's 7:30 Mountain Time.
Jamal Williams. For Green Bay, do you want to start Jamal Williams? I know you want to start Aaron Jones this week, right?
Oh, you know I do.
Yeah. I think everybody's super high on Aaron Jones right now. But what about Jamal Williams?
No.
McCarthy does everything we don't want him to do.
God, doesn't he? Oh, I hate him so much.
They said it's his backfield.
And Geronimo.
No, he's hurt.
Geronimo!
He was on the injury report today with that hamstring. I'm not starting Geronimo. And he lost some work to MVS.
Yeah, you got Adams,
Equinemius?
you got Cobb.
Oh, no.
Marquez Valdez
Scantling,
MVS.
yeah.
That's what
Yeah, it's kind of Adams, Cobb, Scantling, and then you can't forget about Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, I don't even know if I want to start Cobb. Cobb did not look great last week either.
Yeah, I don't want to.
So
wait, Scantling over Cobb?
yeah.
Ooh.
What about Jimmy Graham? Obviously, we said that he only made tight ends. Jimmy Graham started with tight end. You start Jimmy Graham. New England side. Brady?
Duh.
James White?
Duh.
I almost said Deion Lewis. Whew. What am I, a year old?
Oh, Julian Edelman?
Yes.
Duh.
I hate you.
Flash?
Duh.
Gronk? Who is hurt, but you have to start him this week.
Yeah, but you don't feel good about it. He's crapped your team like week after week after week, man. Not worth that second round pick that people were paying up for him. I just want to say that background is beautiful. It makes me feel very peaceful. Anyway, go ahead.
But no, I mean, and then what about defense-wise? We're not starting either defense. Green Bay kind of cleaned house on their defense, got rid of one of their secondary players, which I think could be great for somebody like Josh Gordon to go over the top now.
No. I don't want to start either one of these defenses.
Okay. I don't either.
All right. Anything else?
Gostkowski, baby.
And Mason Crosby.
Hey, what's
Gostkowski.
up with the epidemic with kickers getting hurt? It seems like it's happened more and more this year and last year. They keep pulling their groins and hurting their hips.
Because they're hitting these, because the extra point's longer, so they got to put more effort in the kick.
That's what I'm really thinking that's really what it is.
No, see, steroids weaken your tendons and ligaments, but
Kickers
make
don't
your
take
muscle.
steroids. Have you seen Sebastian Janikowski? He's not taking
The only
steroids.
steroid he takes is a cold beer.
Okay, that's one kicker.
Unless steroids is the name of a donut shop somewhere in Oakland. That's the only thing he
That's
was taking.
why
Seattle.
I know,
It's
but
up
he
in Seattle
gained
now.
all the weight in Oakland, dude.
Well, he ain't got lost any down up in
No,
Seattle.
yeah, and he's a big boy. He reminds me of Jared Lorenzen, but kicker version.
Don't think kickers don't roid up. You ready for your Monday Night Football and the great commentating crew of the ESPN?
Yes. So excited.
Because we got Tennessee at Dallas. I'm liking Dallas' defense in this matchup.
Does Jason Witten say the boys? And how many times does he say the boys or my team or us?
This is the problem with Jason Witten as an announcer. He's hurting his legacy.
Well, he needs a new suit.
No, he doesn't. It's the gun show.
Oh,
Oh, it's too small for him.
oh
the
my
gun
gosh.
show.
Jason, please.
Okay.
Don't. All right, so this one's going to be pretty straightforward,
The better
guys.
question is, sorry, Josh,
Yeah,
will
go ahead.
he put on pads and try to go out there in the second half?
Couldn't hurt Dallas's chances.
Jerry ain't going to sign him back.
He don't even want Dez.
Yeah.
He just got Amari Cooper. Whew. For a first round.
Yeah, what do you think about that? What do you think about Amari Cooper?
You want to do the Titans real quick? Because I'm pretty sure you're going to be really fast and easy with Titans.
It goes like this. Mariota, sit. Deion Lewis, start in PPR. Derrick Henry, sit. Corey Davis, sit. Tajay Sharp, sit. Dallas is actually the best team in the league against wide receivers, FYI. Now, the defense does have some upside. They're a mid-range defense this week, but if you want to take a gamble, go for it. Now we'll get to the Cowboys. Dak. No, please don't start Dak. Please don't do that. Zeke, you're going to start him, but I'm going to give you a little surprise here. Tennessee Titans are fourth best in the National Football League against running backs, and Zeke has not looked great this year. Now, they did fire their offensive line coach. They got a new guy in there, hopefully, and they're getting a consultant from a Hall of Fame line coach. So hopefully they'll fix some things up there, but it's not looking good. Now, Amari, Pooper Scooper, Cole Beasley, Michael Gallup, and Alan Hearns, if you want to throw him in there too. You're sitting all of them.
Even Cooper.
Yeah, of course I'm sitting Cooper. No.
I love when you pound the table when you're very serious.
I mean, come on, man. Now this Cowboys defense, them and Zeke. That's pretty much the only players I want to start.
And that wraps up Monday Night Football preview. Now, going to go back in time to Thursday Night Football and recap what we just saw. Oakland at San Francisco.
Cool.
So, obviously, C.J. Beathard did not play. He got 0 points. But Derek Carr didn't do that much better. We already talked about our pie bet in the beginning of the episode. Did anyone on Oakland really make a difference? How'd Jared Cook do?
Not good.
You know,
What's not good?
4 points.
Doug Martin.
So 2 catches, 20 yards?
Yep.
Doug Martin looked good.
He looked okay. He got, 45 yards?
He looked good until they started getting down. Honestly, no, he actually looked good running the ball.
Yeah, he looked good.
Jalen Richard looked good. Those are your 2 highest scorers from Oakland is Jalen Richard and Doug Martin.
And they didn't
in
get a
PPR.
lot.
What were their scores?
8.9 and 7.4.
Crushing it.
Crushing it.
Yeah, what about wide receivers?
Don't even. You don't want to know.
Brandon
How'd
LaFell
Jordy
had
do?
5 points in
Caught a
PPR.
ball?
Brandon LaFell. That was it.
3 for 20.
Yep.
Wow. they're
Martavis
so
Bryant, 2
bad.
for 29.
They are so
Derek
bad.
Carr threw the ball 21. He was actually very efficient. 16 for 21 for 171 yards.
That's
In the
efficient.
beginning, it was a lot of
He
penalties
ran
and sacks.
in 2 sacks.
Well, he had nowhere to go.
No.
Dude, the line was just crumbling.
There was one
in
time
front of him.
he got to the spot, the defensive backs or the defensive linemen were there waiting on him.
One of the linemen got pulled and benched in like the first quarter, man. This was an embarrassing effort on their part.
I get it. It's not all Carr's fault. But
All right, let's move on to 49ers because that's really all we got to say about the Raiders. Raiders defense is terrible.
yeah, obviously
It's
the Niners.
Nick
won this game.
Mullins.
Yeah. Is he a thing or is it just the Raiders defense?
22 points tonight.
Is it
3
just,
touchdowns.
Is it just the defense?
I think that's got a lot to do with it.
Okay, speaking of what has something to do with it, Kittle. So he went out. He was hurt,
Oh, he had a great game.
and then he came back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Great
Good
game.
news for those Kittle.
And
owners.
he was 4 for 108 and a touchdown.
Yeah, I know.
So,
That's pretty good.
balling.
Yeah,
He's probably going to be your tight end 1 this week.
So,
maybe.
running back wise, Raheem Mostert had a 50-yard run, got a touchdown, 7 for 86, but he's pretty sure he broke his arm.
He broke his free. It looked like a wavelength.
What?
It did not. When he went down, it was not pretty. It was not good. He looked good.
Some
But
Gordon
that
Hayward
happened.
knee.
Matt Breida was pretty underwhelming. 12 for 41, 1 for 3.
He is always underwhelming. That's because
No, he's
he's
had some good games. He's just hurt, man. He's always hurt.
Yeah, that's what it
Always
is.
hurt.
Pierre Garçon had a touchdown. Do we care?
Probably not.
I can't trust Oakland. I don't.
They play the Giants next week, which is a better thing. What about the 49ers defense? They got a lot of sacks this week, and they play the Giants next week.
They're actually a pretty decent defense.
And they're home again against the Giants, who have to fly across country.
They had, I think it was what?
For the Monday night game, by the way, guys.
They got a lot of time to
They
prepare.
had 19 sacks going into this game this week.
Wait, the Monday night game
pretty
is
good.
San Francisco and the Giants?
Next week, yes.
Oh, my God.
And they know how to pick them.
Yep, Raheem Mostert, it's official, broken arm.
Yeah,
Good job.
that's too bad.
Proud of you.
San Francisco is just having a terrible injury-plagued year.
They've lost 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs.
Yeah.
Richard Sherman's been
Let's
banged
see that.
up
They
all
had,
year.
they had a promising start to the year. All right, that pretty much wraps up Thursday night football recap. All right, yeah, my tight ends here. Here's the 12. Here's the top 12.
Okay.
So Kittle,
Yeah.
Jared Cook, Austin Hooper, Jordan Reed, Trey Burton, who we talked about in the beginning,
Yeah.
Kelsey, David Njoku, Kyle Rudolph, O.J. Howard, Greg Olson, Jimmy Graham, and Gronk.
And
Those
that's
are-
hoping that
Nope,
nobody's
that's your
carrying
12.
nobody's carrying 2 of those. And then you can add
Oh,
Vance McDonald
yeah.
in there.
The other 3, the 3 outsiders, honorable mention here. We got Ben Watson, Vance McDonald, and Antonio Gates. Even Vernon Davis, if you really want to spelunk. Which you know I like
What
to do.
about the Jets tight end? I didn't talk about him, but he has 2 touchdowns in the
What's
past.
his name?
Yeah.
Smart guy.
What's his name, Brad?
Edmonds.
Chase Edmonds?
Nope, that's a running back for Arizona.
Oh, you threw me on the spot.
Yeah, go
All right.
ahead.
Yeah.
Actually,
No, because he does this crap to me all the time.
Jordan Thomas of Houston got 2 touchdowns
He
last
did.
week. So
He did.
he-
And a broken
Chris
collapsible-
Herndon. Chris Herndon for the Jets. He's
No.
playing Miami, who's terrible against tight ends. Pound the table like Josh.
Okay.
And he's good.
Fine.
You can play him this week if you need to.
If
I'm
you
just saying.
need a
I
tight
would take him
end.
over Antonio Gates.
If you have Jack Doyle, Eric Ebron, Evan Ingram, and Zach Ertz.
Well,
All
somebody
on a
probably
bye.
owns 2 of these people.
CJ Uzama.
Yep.
Ricky Seals Jones.
And somebody owns probably 2 of those people.
Yeah, it's true. We know someone like that. All right, and before we get going, let's do our revised bet.
Are All right, here's how we're going to do this.
Or play.
I'm going to referee on this. Your guys' number one quarterback this week, probably Patty Mahomes, right?
It's always Pat Mahomes.
Right. If you guys had to say number one quarterback, Patty Mahomes. So give me your number 2 quarterback this week based on the games.
That's why I narrowed it down to. If you want to look at what I kind of was writing down during the show.
So who do
I
you
will
got,
give
Pat?
you first pick because he was a noble man this week. I'll give him first pick.
I'm going to go...
I should give you the Jets-Dolphins game.
I don't know if I want to go Jared Goff or Drew Brees, but I want to go Jared Goff.
All right, I'm going Aaron Rodgers. It's a win-win-win.
Oh, all right, so we got Aaron for Pat. I'm writing this down. Aaron for Pat.
Yep.
And then you took? Josh, you took Breeze?
Jared Goff.
Oh, Goff?
Who you got?
I'm not doing this.
Yeah, you are.
This is on you guys.
I think we should have Brad involved.
Fine,
how
he
can
has
I
Mahomes.
how can I referee this if I'm in it?
I just want you to pick a quarterback, too.
He picked Mahomes.
No, pick one. That's the list.
No.
Pick
No.
one.
No.
I think he's scared.
He's very scared.
Why are you so scared? You're over there in your tracksuit.
You dang right.
Be a man with that hairy chest of yours. Pick one of those quarterbacks.
My quarterback's not even on here that I would take.
Who is it?
Phillip Rivers and his 9 kids.
There we go.
Oh, my God.
So he's got Rivers. You got Rodgers instead of Brady. And I got Goff.
How'd I get looped into this?
Because we're a trio. This is how we do
A
business.
tripod.
How'd I get... You sons of...
Hey, I asked you before the show if you were going to get involved in these. And you said, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean... I thought they were going to be like...
Oh, no, it's doing it. Pat's writing it down. There we go.
I got it wrote down too.
There we
I'm
go.
secretary.
This was not what I wanted. But I'm doing it. I'm in now.
Okay. Injury stipulation. If they don't start at all, the bet's off.
If they don't start or they get hurt during the game.
Okay. Deal?
The whole... For everybody.
Everyone, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
'cause
if
I don't
Aaron
like-
Rodgers' knee gives out again... Okay.
Yeah. During the game, too. Because I think that's what an injury stipulation should be. Because they could get knocked out in first quarter, then you're screwed.
That's a bet. No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
I
all right.
agree.
All right, cool.
Who's
So we
yours
got it.
again? Golf?
I got Goff, dude.
All right. I got Aaron. You got your boy Phillip Rivers. And we got another episode in the books here at the Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast. Thanks again for tuning in, listening to our Week 9 preview. Tweeted us at EmptyWagonFF, although I'm pretty upset at Twitter right now. That let me down about the pie in the face, but luckily Josh is a better man than Twitter. And yeah,
Thanks. Appreciate that.
keep up the listening, keep up the good work with your fantasy team, and playoffs are just around the corner.
Get ready.
The Cooner.
It's that playoff push, people.
Get ready.
See ya.
Make your trades now.
Now.
Yeah, deadline's coming up soon.